Hey, good morning, everyone. I'm Neil, and welcome today to our meditation session. Is there anyone here for the first time? Oh, great, welcome. We're just going to start with a few announcements of things coming up, and then we'll get started. So if you haven't already silenced your phones, please do so at this time and put your phones away so you can be fully present for the talk and meditation. And if you have to use your phone, please do so out in the meditation hall. So this Tuesday, we invite you to join us for our Medicine Buddha practice at 6 p.m. and our public talk at 7 p.m. These are also streaming, so you can join online as if you want. This week, our Tuesday evening talk by Geshe Phende will continue. He will continue speaking on the 37 practices of a bodhisattva with training in ultimate bodhicitta. Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m., the Drepung Loseling monks conduct evening prayers for His Holiness the Dalai Lama and his long life and other teachers. On Thursdays at 4:30 p.m., the Loseling monks conduct the Protector Puja for smooth journeys, success of interviews and medical treatments and new businesses, etc. And then we have our intermediate series coming up, led by Geshe Phende on Saturday, July 25th on Zoom. And these are held once a month through November. This course explores the essential Mahayana Buddhist teachings and meditations. And this series is designed for those who have already completed our foundation series, which all happened earlier this year. So that's it for activities. As a reminder, please do not park on the grass behind the parking lot. We used to use that for parking, but not anymore. If the lot is full, there's overflow parking at the school next door here at John Lewis Elementary School, but you have to access it from Skyland Drive. And then you can walk through across to the center. So information on all these events can be found in the lobby and on our website at drepung.org. If anyone is interested in volunteer opportunities to get more involved in supporting our center and programs, please see me, anybody with a badge, or Michael Duffel, who's also here. If you're interested in becoming a member to support our ongoing programs and take advantage of the benefits like discounts on courses and retreats, applications are available in the library, and you can also register online. There's a donation box near the entrance to this room. Your generous support helps us continue to offer programs and services like this to our Atlanta community and to those around the world on our online platforms. So now please stand as we invite our resident teacher, Geshe Phende, to come in for today's practice.
So today we are going to do just basic mindfulness meditation. Just before we start the meditation, I usually always share the little information about the purpose of meditation. That's more important. So as a human beings, we all want to live happy, peace, right? Nobody wants suffering. That's no doubt. So every being has that innate, natural desire to wish to live peace and happiness. So we're always searching, how should live happy life. So every being's looking that. So according to the Buddhist psychology, the real happiness comes with one's own mind. So if you're able to keep your mind very calm, less distraction, then your minds remain more peaceful. Once your mind is more peaceful, the person remains much, much happier life. When your mind is constantly disturbed, then even externally you may live with a very comfortable life, a luxury life, whatever life, beautiful life we have, but it not makes you really true happy in peace when your mind is constantly disturbed. So keeping one's mind rest, peace, less distraction is the most important if the person wants to live happy in peace. So that's why how to keep one's mind kind of relaxed or calm and happy mind. First we need to understand who disturbs your mind, right? That's we need to know. Generally we're thinking external kind of the objects are the distraction, or we're always disturbing this, we're always looking something externally. But the real who disturbs your mind is not external. External things are just as a condition, but the real your distraction is within your mind. There's certain type of the emotions, these are the one who disturbs you. According to the Buddhist psychology, we usually call distracted emotion, right? Mental afflictions or deleted emotions. These are the one which are your anger, hatred, right? Jealousy, arrogance, attachment, selfish. There are numbers of these distracted emotions. So these, your distracted emotions are the one who disturbs your mind, not others. So that first, it's very important to know that, because sometimes we are trying, right, for peace, happiness. So we're looking always externally. Solution, we're thinking external only. So we've very much focused, emphasize on our external life. But how much you pay attention, how much you put effort externally, if you not that much pay attention to your inner, your own mind, of course you will not going to be able to remain happy life. So therefore we should understand the real obstacle, it's within your mind, your distracted emotions. So when you reduce or change your distracted emotion, you can see your minds remain much calmer, more peaceful, more happier. When the person's mind remains more calm, more peace, whatever you make decision, whatever you act, your action, right, your physical kind of lifestyle become more positive, more, what you call nicer, beautiful. And that creates not only oneself happy, your whole family members and the society, the friends where you live with them, they also feel that kind of the joy, the pleasure. So that will grow your relationship, your friendships, everything's, grow better, nicer. So when this mind is so much negative, then externally, how much you try it, of course, at the temporary it may go nicer, but the long term it's not going to work. It's constantly disturbs you. So keeping one's mind without destructive emotion is the most important for oneself to live happy in peace. So that's why we need to put effort to how can change my destructive emotions. Your destructive emotion, you are the person can change, nothing else. Right? Doesn't matter how powerful person around there, they cannot able to take your anger, your greed, your jealousy, your arrogance. It's absolutely self-responsibility. Within your family members, if there are 5 people live together, the person who has more destructive emotion, that person suffer more. Even you eat same food, you share same house, you're doing everything together as a family, right? But the person who has less destructive emotion, who live much more happier, much more joy, much more happy. The person who has more destructive emotion, more suffering, more difficult life. So that is why we should learn our true enemy. It's your own destructive emotions. And that's very, very important to know. You just listen, right? You hearing this word. Of course, you don't need to believe this thing, what I say. You should research yourself. Everybody has problem with destructive emotions, right? We all the victim of destructive emotion. We all suffer by destructive emotion. So you can look at, live with a destructive emotion, live without destructive emotion, how much is differences. Just in the family, without anger, right? If you're just able to remain 1 week without anger, you can see how much peace, how much happy in this family, right? Then increase 1 month without anger, right? Then 1 year without anger. These are possible. It's not impossible we are talking about. These are possible. So if you try it, instead of very much try to make beautiful decoration, beautiful fancy dress, or like what do you call this, fancy car or whatever, I don't know these names are, but these fancy things, right? How much you have. The member who lives the family in the home always be so much angry, so much jealous, so much greed, so much arrogance. If have this destructive emotion, themselves, of course, not peace and not happy, whatever reaction, speech, body action, everything more violent, more negative. And that create whole family suffer, right? So very happy, joy, pleasure, enjoying, even you have very simple food, right? You drink with very simple coffee. So much joy with drinking coffee. Its taste is much better. Too much anger, too much negative, even very fancy coffee with a very fancy cup in there, right? There's no joy, there's no happy. We can know these things, right? So now where should you focus? To have this fancy coffee, a fancy cup, is for what? What is the purpose of having this very expensive cup? It's for happiness, no doubt, right? It's for happiness. Did you have this happy? When you drink this, it makes you happy. Whole family live with this lecture as they are really happy, right? Sometimes it's not. Because problem is this anger, too much. It's too much jealousy, too much arrogance. These destructive emotions disturb individual, disturbing to others. So rather, instead of only focus on externally, why not maybe 50% I should focus my mind, 50% I can focus on externally, 50% mind. So how much you pay attention to create this beautiful thing, same time I can pay attention to my mind to clean them, right? Clean your mind. So your destructive emotion, clean those destructive emotions. Okay, you can promise, whenever I take my breakfast, eat my breakfast with my family, at least without anger, right? At least without destructive emotion. So 30 minutes, hour, you drink your coffee, whatever you eat, without destructive emotion. Try it. It's very different. It change whole family lives. Will change that. Externally, how much you change? If you don't change your mind, problem is same. For the temporary, it's exciting. Then after a few hours, few days, it come back. Same problem, same arguments. So that is why keeping one's mind without destructive emotion is the best way to live happy and peace. Therefore, as each of us, our individual responsibility is take care of one's mind, right? Take care of one's mind. What that means? That means there are certain type of mental illness, the mental disease, which are these destructive emotions. These destructive emotions, you always try to stay away with them. Don't give them any opportunity. Don't give them any space to your mind. It's in your hand, right? Nobody can do anything for you. It's absolutely in your hand. Every being has same potential, same right, same power, right? To keep one's mind pure, clean. So that's the most important, for our life, to live happy. So in order to do that, what we need to know first thing is you need to discipline your mind, right? Today our mind is undisciplined. It's like a wild. It goes everywhere and it brings all the junk, right? And it's stored in your brain. So eventually your brain becomes like a garbage because all of this, the junk information storing there makes your brain so dirty. So the person, as soon as morning wake up, comes these dirty things. Then because of that, it constantly creates you worry, fear, anxiety, right? Sometimes depressions, loneliness, all these, the layers of the mental pain people suffer. You can wear very fancy dress. You work so hard whole day making money to create these things. That doesn't matter now. I can wear very fancy dress. I can drive very fancy car. But the real my life is so painful. It's constantly fear, worry, stress, anxiety, pain. So whole life is the pain, right? So how should I change now these things? So to do this thing, first you need to discipline your mind, right? We need to learn to discipline. That's the basic meditation, mindfulness meditation. That's what today we started. It's very simple, just discipline. Means your mind should remain in one object. Don't go everywhere and bring all those junk, right, in your brain and store there. Just sit on the one place where I want to go. Just remain there, not goes everywhere. Right? That's mindfulness, meditation. So that you need to train that. If you train it, eventually your mind can listen you. Right? If you don't train it, then it's remain wild, undisciplined. And remain with undisciplined mind, that mind constantly disturbs you. And very interesting, mental problem, this destruction, nobody can do anything for you. You can, for external enemy, you can put hundreds of securities, protect you, right? They can go outside, hold your house, protect. But the mental problem, nobody, they cannot stop each of these destructive thoughts. These destructive thoughts will come everywhere, right? You go to the bedroom, it comes in your bedroom, right? Even you go to sleep, it comes. Each of these destructive thoughts arises, what they're going to do, it disturbs you. Cannot sleep well, right? Cannot think properly, constantly. It comes everywhere. So that's why only the way to deal with this is to mental discipline, take self-responsibility. So that's one of the purpose of this mindfulness meditation. Right? Our target is to get rid of destructive emotion. That's the main our goal. But it's not easy. So first we need to discipline our mind. So then slowly, when your mind is really disciplined, then you use different methods to deal with each of these destructive emotions, right? So now, how should discipline, how should discipline one's mind? Means first you need to understand the obstacle. All the destructive emotions are part of obstacle. It disturbs your mind, right? Any destructive emotion, any mental afflictions are the destruction. So all of these destructive emotion, you can put it into two parts, two categories. One is called dullness. Dullness or mental sinking means your minds become so dull, right? Not thinking well. It's very laxity, a very cloudy mind. That's one part of destruction. Another destruction is called mental excitement. It's like a monkey mind. It goes everywhere, right? Everywhere. You can sit, even like today we meditate, all of us here, right? We all sitting here, we say, I'm going to meditate. But sometime during the meditation, some of your minds maybe jump into restaurant. After finish this meditation, we're going to this restaurant, we're going to eat this food. So mind goes everywhere, right? You are not meditating, you are actually in the restaurant or something else. That's called monkey mind, mental excitement. That's quite oftenly people have this obstacle. So monkey mind, one of the causes of this mental excitement is attachment. And if you have so much attached, then creates too much monkey mind. I want this, I want that, I want this. And then your mind jumps everywhere, right? So this is one part of obstacle. So to get rid of these two obstacles, what we need to do, we have to apply the two features. One is called mindfulness, right? Mindfulness, what that means if you meditate on breathing, like a breath, you should be mindful on your breath. Mindful means be aware of your breath, right? Fully aware on your present moment of breath. So mindfulness hold the object of your meditation, your present moment of breath, holding that. That's called mindfulness. helps you not jump here or there, right? Holding on the breath. But then next thing is, when each of these obstacle arises, right, we need to get rid of them. So what kind of antidote we use is called introspection, alertness, right? Sometimes they use vigilance. You always monitor. So when you are meditate on your breath, your mind is focused on your breath, one part of your mind have to check to you, are you on the breath or you are something jumping out there? You have to be aware. So introspection or alertness really helps you. As soon as any this monkey mind arises, any distracted thought arises, you recognize it. Oh, my mind is jumped there, or my mind is going now there. When you know that, you don't need to stop, right? You don't need to stop these things. If you try to stop, sometimes these destructive thoughts become more aggressive. You say, oh, I come back. You try it, sometimes it's that destructive thought become more aggressive. You just leave it there, thoughts. Don't stop, just leave it. Your mind, just come back to your breath. Just be aware on your breath, right? So thought comes and they melt it down themselves. It is called the waves. Waves come from ocean, go back to the ocean, right? Melt it into the ocean. So thought comes, you not follow these thoughts. You just leave it there. Your mind is just aware on your breath. Just remain on your breath. That comes and itself disappear that. So therefore, mindfulness and the alertness or the introspection are the two main features. Helps you to concentrate, right, on one object. Helps you to discipline your mind, right? That's that kind of training called mindfulness meditation. So you keep your mind fully mindful on present moment of your breath. Any thoughts, destructive thought arises, immediately recognize them. Don't follow, don't judge, don't need to stop them. Just bring it back your mind on your breath. Simple. Just aware your breath. So when you focus on that, these thoughts comes, they themselves disappear. Right? That's the mindfulness meditation. So now during the meditation, you need to improve. There's certain qualities. The mindfulness meditation has two qualities. One is called stability of the mind. Keep your mind very stable, just on that object of meditation. Remain on one object called stability. Second quality is called clarity. So the mind itself needs to be very clear, very vivid, not lazy or cloudy mind. Very what you call limpid, right? Vividness. You have to have that. So that's called clarity and stability are the two qualities we need to be improved. So when you say my meditation is getting better means your mind remain on the objects, remain more stable. And mind itself during the meditation is not cloudy, sleepy mind. It's a very clear, very vivid. Not only object clear, the subject mind itself also very vivid, right? Remain with very vividness. So that's how you need to improve through concentration and introspection, right? So that's the kind of the little information about the mindfulness meditation. So the main thing we need to improve is stability and clarity. Through mindfulness and introspection, and two obstacles always you need to be what you call aware is mental thinking, the dullness, and mental excitement. Right? These are the two things we need to be try to reduce them and stop them. Right? Okay, now Actually, when we start the meditation, we go very skillful way, right? Some of you maybe very new, first time, right? Some of you maybe been quite long time. But first practitioner, when you come here, don't think about, meditation, I will stay 15 minutes, 30 minutes. Time is not important. Don't focus on the time first. Focus the quality. Even 5 seconds, I need to be really good quality. Remain with stability and clarity. That you need to focus. Improve that. Otherwise, half sleeping, monkey mind, physical body, you meditate even hour. It's not big deal. It's what? It's not meditating. Your physical is doing. Meditation is the mind. And when we talk about the mind, there's sensory, sense consciousness, right? Mental consciousness. Between these two, mental consciousness, not the sense consciousness, mental consciousness. Because the problem is the mental consciousness. All these distracted emotions are part of the mental consciousness. That's why meditate means the mental consciousness fully concentrate on the object with vividness, clarity, right? Remain with that kind of quality. That even 5 seconds, 10 seconds, you have to build it that. That one is the very important to know. So for beginner, we started first, instead of object, external object, we focus on the number, okay? Number. As a Buddhist, we usually do mental recitation, the mantra we're reciting, right? So it's general, not need the mantra, we just recite the number, right? It's called mental recitation. You need to count the number. So we'll start it from number 15, right? So when we counted the number, you have to count it backward, not the forward. Forward, without thinking, you can count it, right? With the monkey mind, you can count it. Backward, you have to think a little bit, right? 15, 14, 13, 12, like you have to go all the way to 0, right? So doing this, what they're doing is your mind, fully concentrate on, when I say 15, then you should count silent. That's called the mental count. It's not verbal, right? Silent count it mentally. So each second, between each number, keep second. Each 15th, 14th, each second go backward. Count it till 0, right? At least 15 seconds you concentrate on the number, right? Then next go all the way 20. Then next 25 we start, right? Go all the way to backward to the 0. So that's the way we're going to start it. So during that time, when you physical posture, meditation posture, traditionally we have 7 physical posture, but among those 7, most important is the spine, backbone, you need to keep very straight. But that doesn't mean your whole body hold it like that, strong. It doesn't mean that. Right? You keep your body very relaxed, comfortable. Don't hold tight. Then it makes you pain, and it will disturb your meditation. Your physical body fully relaxed, comfortable, just spine, backbone should be remain straight. That's the main posture, among the 7 posture. This is the main posture. So now, when you keep this and relax your body, then slowly, first when I started the meditation, we usually use this, singing ball. So when you hear the sound of the singing ball, right? Just focus on the sound. That's all, nothing else. Just focus the sound. So that sound first is loud, then volume change it. Finally, it disappeared, right? So when the sound completely disappeared, just for a few seconds, keep your mind like a space, not engaged to any object, external object, like a space for a few seconds. That helps to your mind clean it up, right? All these thoughts, clean it up. Then when I say 15th number, when I say 15th, then you start it, go backward, 14, 13, mental recitation, right? Each number between the gap, each number second, right? Each second, all the way to the 0, right? When you get the 0, then few seconds relax. Give your mind relax, calm. Then we start from the 20th, right? That's the first started this mindfulness meditation. Okay? So now we're going to start now. Okay, now a few seconds, keep your mind like a space. Don't think about anything, just like a space. Now we're going to start to focus on number. Backward, you should count it. 15th, 'Now you should keep relaxed, calm. Now we're going to start from 20th. Now you should relax. Now we're going to start from number 25. Okay, then rest your mind. Now you should focus on your body. Just be aware from crown to your toes, whole body. Just be aware of your body. Now you should focus on your sensation. Any part of your body, you feeling, any sensation, just be aware of that. Don't react it. Don't judge. Just be aware. Each part of your body where you have sensation, just be aware of that. Now you should slowly focus on your breath. When you inhale, you should be fully aware you are inhaling. Same when you exhale. So inhaling through your nose, exhaling also through your nose, but your mind should be aware on your present moment of your breath. Inhaling with the mindful and exhaling with the mindful. any thought arises, destructive thought arises, immediately recognize them. Don't judge. Don't follow with them. Don't react it. Just leave it there. Your minds bring it back on your breath. So keep your mind relaxed and just aware the present moment of your breath. Just fully concentrate. Make sure you are fully aware, present moment of your breath. As soon as when destructive thought arises, recognize them and don't follow, don't judge, don't react it, just leave it. And your mind just remain on present moment of your breath. Slowly, when your mind is calmed down, now you should look at in your own mind and recognize if you have depressions or anxiety, any stress or fear, worry, or loneliness. So any mental pains and sufferings, should recognize them. Some of those mental pains been there for a long time. Some of them may be just for temporary, but don't hide them, don't ignore, just be aware, recognize each of these mental pains you have. Also, if you're holding any painful memories or the negative memories, you should remember or recognize them. Also, if you're holding any anger, hatred, any negative thoughts, just recognize them. So all of these mental pains and sufferings and the negative thoughts and emotions you have right now should manifest or visualize them as a form of smoke at your heart. Any negative thoughts, any negative emotions, any mental pains and suffering you have, visualize as a form of smoke in your heart. Then when you exhale, you should release those smokes with your breath. Let them go. Take a deep breath and release them. Take a deep breath and release them. Once again, take a deep breath and release. Visualize all of those pains and thoughts are completely purified. Now you can feel that pure heart. Experience the calmness, the joy, the pleasure of this pure heart. Okay, so this is mindfulness meditation. So it is kind of quite useful and important to do our daily, at least 3 minutes, daily when you do it, these things. Eventually, slowly, you can discipline your mind. Slowly, it takes a time. Then slowly, when you're able to discipline your mind, many of those thoughts cannot able to take over you. So right now, all these thoughts completely take over you and makes you ended up with too much mental pain. So these thoughts still coming, but you're not reacted. you're not welcoming them, it comes and leave. It comes and goes, leave. So it's not take over, attack you. So this kind of if you do it constantly every day, at least 3 minutes or something like that, it's really helpful. And then next Sunday we're going to do the self-compassion meditation. It's more tough, more difficult, but more powerful. And then after self-compassion, then we jump into compassion to others. So that's our target. Right? Finally, we have to really feel love and compassion to every beings. If you're really able to do it, you never feel lonely. You never feel something kind of fear. Every beings in this planet become like your family for you. Feel like always very friendly environment. So that's more difficult, but it's more powerful. The simple logic is there are many good people, there are many bad people, right? You cannot control these things. I always remind you for the Buddhists we call samsara. This planet is samsara. It's mundane. Another word is not the pure land, right? This is not heaven. So, if you live in the heaven, then somebody do something, you can complain. It makes sense, right? Everybody should be respect. Everybody should be very nice. It's shock. Why this is bad, right? It's heaven. But you are not there, right? We have to know where you are. We're in samsara. We're in these contaminated realms. That means all the dirty things there, right? So when you keep low expectation, it's tremendous helps you. So you need to learn how to live in this generation, how to live happy life. There are many things, your mind a little bit change it when you look into this world. Just switch it, change a little bit. Many problems can change it. You don't feel that. So that is why we need to be always keep lower expectation. It's everybody can possible. So if you born into the mud, you will stuck into the mud. There's nothing to complain. You're born there, right? That's how problem. Similarly, we are born into the samsara. There are many things you don't like them. There's all kind of things there are. That's the realms we born, right? But having love to our entire beings, compassion for you, huge benefit. Really, your minds remains so much joy, too much anger, too much hatred, right? What they're going to do is nothing effect to other people. They do things, same things. Your anger will not going to change them. What they're going to do, it hurts you, right? Your anger, what the result? It hurts you, harms you, destroy you, right? That's the only the anger can do. There's nothing benefit. Instead of benefit, it really destroys everything. Your dignities, your values, your relationships, right? Your physical beauty, everything will damage by this anger. Best medication for your anger is be love, be compassion to every being. Doesn't matter. You have to externally, you know them, you have a relationship or not, it doesn't matter. Simple love you can apply to every being, even little creature, animals or little fish or fly, everything. Just try to towards them. Result, it makes you happy, brings your inner strength. It grows your inner confidence, really change you. But love to all beings take a time. It's difficult, tough. That's why first self-love and compassion. Right? That's next week. To do that, first discipline your mind. So you have to have some kind of experience on meditation, right? If your mind is even cannot sit 1 second, 5 seconds, then it's very difficult to how can train your mind. So this mindfulness is training, even just for 5 seconds, 10 seconds, right? Then increase 20 seconds, 1 minute. Just sits on one object. Don't jump here, there. Just remain on one object. That's the mindfulness meditation. So when you're able to remain in the object, you don't have distracted thoughts at that moment. Your mind is only one object. Keep one's mind without distracted thoughts for 10 seconds, 20 seconds, right? Minutes. Then increase 10, 20, 30 minutes, hour. That's how you train. It is changeable. If you really seriously do goodly constantly, within the 6 months, you can get something good result. Just mindfulness meditation. You can be able to sit in the one object for 30 minutes without distraction. You can train that way. But if you don't do this in daily, then once I do, then not doing, then do like that, they're not that much affected. These things I have to do constantly, every day, right? Started from 3 minutes, then increase your time. It's very good for your mental health. It's very important. When your mind is very fragile, very weak, everything's difficult. Small struggle, even not big deal. Small, not good news when you hear, it really disturbs your mind. But the world, you cannot control it, right? You cannot control. It's out of your control. What you can control, your mind. So if you really make your mind disciplined, externally even very, very strange things or very scary things will not that much affect your mind. At the first surface, a little bit shaky, then after a few minutes, it goes back to the normal, remain that. So these things, through this mindfulness meditation, is really helpful. So it's only yourself have to do, there's nothing. Our outside cannot do anything. It's your responsibility. Then finally, main are always reminding you for this meditation is at least to change a little bit about your anger, right? Arrogance, the ego, or greed, or jealousy. These destructive emotions are really not good. We are not just simply, talking about it. It's sincerely, it's seriously, mentally. These are really danger, really disturbs you. Fear, worry, like all of these root causes of this destructive emotion. That's why try to change that. It is changeable. Eventually you can completely eliminate them. It is changeable. These are temporary. So purpose of this meditation is change these negative minds, slowly change your behavior and your bad habits. Right? As ordinary human beings, everybody has some kind of negative behaviors, negative habits, the actions. These need to change them. Changing negative thoughts, negative behavior, you are not going to lose anything, right? It's more benefiting to you, right? So that's how, but only the things you have to be aware of that. And you have to have desire, I really need to change them. If you do not have wish, your behavior is not going to change. Never change. And each time when you behave that negative, as a result of that, destroy your dignities, your reputation, your friendships, many things. It destroys you. Even you try to be very nice. One, your negative behavior can change, destroy all of your hard work. That's how danger is, right? You work in your company, you're having so much them for months and months. One day you shout them all kind of things that behave, right? Destroy everything now. So that's how your family problem is that you've been together for a very long time, something disagree, something wrong, mistake, then you cannot control your behavior, then you show those violent behavior, and that actions, it's really effective to your whole family members, right? Makes them scared, fear, and that create them anger inside there. And these are the one destroy your relationship, everything. So therefore, these meditations are mainly, we skillfully first, it's like a baby step, learning, then comes toward finally to change all these behaviors and negative thoughts. That is how makes your life more peaceful, not only you, the people who lives with you remain with very harmony, happy life. This is the one of the purpose of this meditation. So I just always reminding you, it's not miracle. I meditate and miracle, something light, calm, change. Of course it's not, right? It's not going to work. At some place maybe it's work, I'm not sure, but this place is the wrong place. If you have this kind of intention to come here with a master bless or something, you are absolutely wrong place. I have a problem. I myself doing this meditation to solve my problem. I always telling to the people, if I do not have any anger or negative emotion, then I was thinking, why I have to become a monk, right? Why you have to become a monk? Become a monk because you have this problem. You want to fix this problem. Maybe this monk life is something more easier or more better kind of the solution. So you choose, right? So we all have same issues, things there. So don't be expect something blessing and that change everything or something. It's each individual takes rather self-responsibility. My problem, I have to fix it. Your problem, you have to fix it. We come together to support each other, right? To learn this skill, apply, and eventually change those problems, those causes of suffering, human behaves and negative thoughts, right? These are slowly, slowly reduced, declining, eventually completely change. So that's the purpose of this meditation. So always remember those. Okay, thank you.